Welcome back to the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the KingFanMan, and this is the KingCast. Welcome, welcome. We've got a lot to talk about today, as always. And of course, this is a subscriber driven podcast. We are going to be talking about what you want to talk about, all of your questions and discussion points that you bring up. We will try to be getting to those as well. But we're going to cover some Starfield news. We're going to try to cover, as long as the internet stays on this week, we're going to talk about that brand new game that has been leaked coming from Bethesda that is titled Wormwood. At least that's the placeholder name for it, the code name for it, Wormwood, what that possibly might be. We're going to talk a little bit more about Fallout New Vegas 2, or actually possibly Fallout Los Angeles. Very cool why that might be a possibility. We're going to talk about Xbox Game Pass coming to Steam. We're going to talk a little Ghostwire Tokyo news, and of course Fallout 76 news, and much, much more, and get to, again, all of your questions and comments. A couple of things I want to promote just for a moment right at the top of the show as we're waiting on everyone to get in here. I want to remind y'all about our Discord channel. It's always in the link down in the description of every video I do. The King's Corner Discord has all kinds of channels in it, but the main channel is a great place where, of course, you can meet like-minded people that love Bethesda games. And if you have questions, especially about Fallout 76 or the current Bethesda game, that's a great place to go and get your questions answered. It's also a great place to go and team up with people if you want to play games. So if you are not a member of the Discord community, the KingFanMan Discord community, go down there. The link is there. Just hit it and join. And then if you are a member, our Discord is only as good as you make it. So be active in the Discord community. Post. It's there for you guys. So I've always said I have the best subscribers on YouTube. I believe it 1000%. And y'all go use that as you will. Also, I want to give a huge, huge shout out to my Patreons. Again, just one of those times I'm away from things that I need to be taken care of. I'm here with my mom. So Patreon, the payment was so valuable this month. We just got it. And I want to say a huge shout out to my Patreons. Thank y'all so, so much. That link is down in the description below. And all of you guys that support with the super chats and all that as well. So with all that out of the way, let's jump right into the podcast. I want to say hi to Sarge, to Dane, to Timmer, to Cirque, to the Jedi Dweller, to James, and to Mitchell. Y'all are already saying hi. What is up, all you? Thank y'all for being here. This is going to be a great KingCast. As always, I always love Saturday, getting to spend it with you guys talking Fallout, talking Bethesda games, talking about gaming news. Hey, Jefferson, what's going on? Let's start with Starfield news. I want you guys, and this will be short unless y'all want to talk more about Starfield. Hey, Vampire Sage, what's going on? Greetings from Arkansas. David, Rick Games Now, what's going on? Another YouTuber out there. Starfield should be getting, now this is not just my theory, it's a lot of people's theory, and it's based on some facts, but look for Starfield to be getting a new trailer very, very, very soon. And I'm talking about a major trailer. If they're going to do it like they've done games in the past, I hope to see probably the last big trailer before E3 to come out very soon. And the reason I say that, hey, Gentugo, is because if you look all the way back to, hey, Celebrity Tributes, I hadn't seen you in a while. Good to see you, man. If you look all the way back to Skyrim, I believe it was February the 23rd. And of course, remember, Skyrim will release the same time of year that Starfield is going to release. February the 23rd, they released a big, huge Skyrim trailer. So if they are on the same kind of marketing schedule, you can look for right here at the 1st of March into February. Well, we're through February. Now we're at the start of March for a big Starfield trailer to drop, gearing up for coming up on E3. So that's just something to be looking for. I hope we have that. And I'm excited for more info coming on Starfield. Now, as I said last week, and I wanted to just give y'all this. Normally, I try not to repeat things on the KingCast. I try to give y'all new things to go over. But last week, we got split off right in the middle of it. And this was one of those things I was giving you right in the middle of the internet splitting out. Bethesda has a new game, and this was a leak, but it has been confirmed. Has a new game in the works. However, we do not know what studio is working on it, because it appears it's going to be a real-time strategy game. Now, if you don't know what a real-time strategy game is, a real-time strategy game is things like Empire Earth, Age of Empires, those top-down where you build your whole empire and send it out. I love those kind of games. I've always been, I get wrapped up in those kind of games. Anyway, but it's going to be based on an IP or an already existing IP. Now, this is the thoughts. What has been confirmed is there is a game in development that's code name, or its name is Wormwood, okay, which ties back to either two franchises that we know. One is Dishonored, because it actually has an area named Wormwood, or the Fallout franchise, because Wormwood is a apocalyptic term. It actually comes from the Bible. The comet wormwood that comes down and strikes the earth. So very interesting term. I can't wait to learn more about this. Wouldn't it be neat if we had and I don't know if y'all are interested in those kind of games at all, but I would love to have an RTS, or real-time strategy game, based on Fallout, or even Dishonored, or another one of the IPs, but especially Fallout. That would be amazing to me. Anyway, so that was what I was trying to tell y'all last week. That it has been confirmed. Wormwood is in the works. Y'all stay tuned to the KingCast, and I will try to get y'all more info in the coming weeks. Also, I bet Timmer will be looking into it as well, and y'all can be looking on Twitter for him. I bet you he'll get some information on it too, as probably before I do. Last week, we also talked about Fallout New Vegas 2. Fallout New Vegas 2. Learned a little bit more this week. Kind of interesting that there's still a lot of chatter about this Fallout New Vegas 2. It pretty much has been confirmed, and I told y'all last week, a lot of people asking me, do I think this is real? Yes, I absolutely do think it's real, and I do think it will eventually happen. It won't if Bethesda has anything to say about it, but if Microsoft has the final word, then yes, it will absolutely happen. But I also told y'all last week that I don't think it will necessarily be called New Vegas 2. It will probably be something else. And this in 2015, I believe. Who was it? Jeff Sawyer, the original producer director of New Vegas, did an interview talking about if he was ever allowed to do another Fallout game, what would he do? And he said, well, we would like to do one on the West Coast, but it might not be New Vegas. It might be something like Los Angeles, the Los Angeles being called the Boneyard. And he even talked about, and if you know anything about Fallout lore, Los Angeles was hit directly with major nukes. So it is completely radiated. It would be like what you saw in Fallout 4, what was that area called in Fallout 4? Gosh, here's my lupus kicking in, the radiated sea, whatever it was called. But even more so almost, but almost all of Los Angeles would be like that. Just highly, the glowing sea. Thank y'all. Boy, see, y'all are right there. See, I don't have to worry. Y'all have the answers right there. It's terrible to get old with lupus, y'all. But Los Angeles would be a lot like that, but even more intense. And he said that it would be almost Fallout meets The Walking Dead, being that there would be a lot of ghouls in the game. Now, I just started thinking with this, and I believe even Juicehead was reporting a little bit on this week, but not this part. Wouldn't it be neat that these talks are already going on? And I've been saying this for weeks and weeks, maybe even months, that they would be absolutely silly to release this new Fallout series without a game, whether it's Fallout 76 or another Fallout game. I think they would be absolutely silly. Well, we already know that one of the main characters of the new Fallout series is a ghoul. Okay, a main character is a ghoul. Wouldn't it be interesting if they do? I'm not saying it is, just throwing it out there. Wouldn't it be interesting if the TV show is Fallout Los Angeles or Fallout Boneyard, and around that time the Fallout Boneyard comes out, or Fallout Los Angeles, the game comes out around the TV show? Interesting. Uh, and that Jeremy, and that's another theory, yes, that Wormwood actually could be. Now this is another thing, okay, and I'm glad you said that, Jeremy. That Wormwood could actually be two things. It could actually be right now the real-time strategy game that is already being created, which is the top-down Fallout real-time strategy game based on West Coast Los Angeles, but then later that it's going to be also. So in other words, they're going to have two games, a real-time strategy game, a 3D based game like we're used to, and the TV show, all based around there. Now, would that not be neat? It would be very smart for Microsoft, and Microsoft is savvy when it comes to advertising and marketing. And this would be, if you want to get the most bang for your buck, do a real-time strategy game, a true AAA RPG, and a TV show. Wow, that would be great. The developer, I think at least Obsidian, of course, with as I said, Josh Sawyer probably being the main one, because there's not many left. But uh, there's also been a rumor that there was another studio, and I don't know if they're. See, this is where rumors go, and I'm just hearing little bits and pieces. There's another rumor about another studio, whether they're in talks with Microsoft to try to get it away from Obsidian, or whether they're in talks to do it with Obsidian. I don't know, but they actually use the Unreal Engine. So we may get a Fallout that's not even in the Creation 2 engine, that's in the Unreal Engine. But I would look probably for Obsidian to be leading it if we get a Fallout spinoff. So we're out here way in speculation land. I hope y'all know this, but it's really neat and fun to think about. But I will tell you this again: Wormwood is confirmed. It's something, and it's pretty much confirmed that there's going to be a real-time strategy game based on a current IP, and then you put all these other pieces together, and it just fits. Roundhouse Studios. That's not the one that I heard. I keep wanting to say Epic. I cannot remember. My lupus kicks in, Timmer. I'm sorry. This is why I have notes. I'm telling you, it's terrible to get old with lupus. I will go look it up for you, and if I find it again, I just had that information today, though. I was looking at it, looking at all this stuff, because I thought, man, we could do a whole podcast just on Wormwood, New Vegas 2, Los Angeles, the Boneyard, and all that. But again, we're way out in speculation territory. But I will tell y'all, there is a lot of smoke. So I do believe, and I believe you can see some sparks. So for those that are saying, no, it ain't legit at all, That's not true. These talks are going on. Now, pump the brakes for just a minute. They may fall through, okay? I'm not saying this game's going to be made or is already being made, but I will tell you, yes, the talks are happening with studios. Uh, I hope the game's already in development. Wouldn't that be great to know? We know the show's already in development. I'm guessing they'll probably let the show come out first before the game, but uh, it's so interesting to talk about and think about. But yes, yeah, Jeremy talked about Wormwood could be the New Vegas 2, or again Los Angeles. It's going to be West Coast something, and it may not even be Los Angeles, but something West Coast. Because again, Obsidian stays on the West Coast and Bethesda stays on the East Coast with these. And Josh Sawyer said that exactly. Timmer, the show, the earliest, and I've said this before, the earliest the show will come out is this fall. I don't think we'll get it this fall, but that's the earliest it will come out. The latest it will come out is next fall. So I probably look for it to come out next fall, actually. That would be a really good time to look at it. But now with streaming services on all that, they can come out in March. They can come out at any time. That's why I say it doesn't have to wait until the fall. So the earliest we can get it is this fall, and I would say the latest we would get it is next fall. So I'm really hoping for sometime in between there. I really am. And of course, it's what kind of problems they run into and everything else. With what happened with the COVID and all that, that shut down production, everything else, and all of those kind of things can happen. And it's according to how many episodes they're going to film. You never know with studios, but it's also if they are planning some kind of, and I hope they are, and it seems like they are. And it seems like these talks for us to be hearing all this, these talks have been going on for some time, maybe even all the way back to the time of the acquisition of Bethesda. Okay. And I'm talking about the game because people were talking to Obsidian about making a Fallout game way before Bethesda was acquired by Microsoft. So these talks, tentative talks might have been happening. Microsoft knowing what they were going to do. With all that said, and like I said, for us to be hearing what we're hearing now, these things don't just come out as soon as they happen, okay? They really don't. Hey, Kane, what's going on? For us to be hearing these things, and I'm talking about for them to be out in the mainstream hearing, then they've been going on for some time. So, and that's good news to us because that means if the talks went well, then they're progressing onward. So I can at least say this. Now, Bethesda is going to have something big to say about it because going back to the TV show, Todd Howard is going to be one that is really involved with the TV show. Okay. But again, I've been telling y'all for several weeks, we're about to see how much Microsoft is in charge. Okay. We really are. If we do see this TV show being a West Coast TV show instead of an East Coast TV show, Microsoft is very much in charge. Okay. But again, I think it's good for the fans if they put a game with the show. I think that'd be a great thing. James says, do you think Fallout New Vegas 2 will use Creation Engine or Unreal Engine? We talked about that just a minute ago. It's according to the studio that gets it. It really is. Again, and I'm going to caution y'all, I do believe this is a real thing. It could still fall through, but I do believe it's 100% real. I lean to it being a Creation 2 engine. I hope it is. I hope it even has some Bethesda people advising and helping on it. That would be just my opinion and my hopes. But it would be kind of neat to see it in the Unreal Engine. It would be kind of neat to have Fallout game, a totally different kind of Fallout game. I wouldn't want that. I'm a homer, I guess. I want the good old Bethesda game, but I would rather see it in the Creation 2 engine. Celebrity Tribute says, when the show comes out, if it does have a Brahmin sitting on the roof of a house or a character using their Pip-Boy mid-fight to have a bite to eat or a swig of whiskey, I'll be disappointed. Rick Games Now says Unreal 5. I'll pose that to y'all. Which would y'all rather see? And of course, again, we're just speculating and throwing things. If we do get a Fallout spinoff, which would y'all rather see it in? Would y'all rather see it in Creation 2, which obviously Fallout 5 is going to be in, or would you rather see it in the Unreal? Did I Creation 2? I didn't say Creation 5, did I? Hope I didn't. Would you rather see it in the Creation 2 or the Unreal 5? Timber says the Unreal 5 as well. So we have a lot of Unreal 5. Like I said, it would be neat. I just don't know. Would it still be and y'all bear with me, would it still be a Fallout game in the Unreal 5? I don't know. I just don't know how that would work. It would be neat to see. And I know the Unreal 5 is an awesome engine. I really do. Okay, we'll talk more about that. There's a lot to talk about there. Again, we could talk a whole podcast about that, even though that is a lot of speculation there. It's fun to talk about. Xbox Game Pass. This is really neat. I said this in the opening. We can talk about this for just a minute, but it appears that Valve, Steam, and Microsoft are also already in talks to bring Xbox Game Pass over to Steam, which makes a lot of sense because remember, Bethesda Launcher is retiring and all those Bethesda Launcher games are coming to Steam. Okay, so by April, you need to move your Bethesda Launcher games over to Steam. But Gabe Newell, which is the founder of Valve, says that he and Microsoft are already in talks, and he, being Mr. Newell, being the head of Valve, he wants Game Pass on Steam. So that's one hurdle over. That's something different than we have with PlayStation. He wants it. And this was his quote. He says, "We are going to figure out how to make it happen." So they're already in talks, and he says, we're going to figure out how to make it happen. So you can already get Xbox Game Pass on computer, but he wants to bring it to Steam, which would make so much sense. Seeing that you're going to be playing your Bethesda games through Steam, it would just make so much sense. I hope that happens. So there you go. If y'all have questions about that, let me know. But I wanted to bring that news to you because that is very, very recent news. Also, Ghostwire Tokyo. Don't know if you've heard this, but right now, if you have a new PS5, there is a visual novel available right now for free for Ghostwire Tokyo. And what it will do, it will catch you up on the world. It's kind of a prequel to the world of Ghostwire Tokyo. So if you want to learn a little bit, and you have the Sony, you want to learn a little bit about Ghostwire Tokyo's world, there is that visual novel that you can download for free and just enjoy it all you want to. So I thought that was neat as well. As far as Fallout 76, a little bit of news I want to go over, and then I want to talk to you about a few things, and then I'll get to y'all's questions. Right now, today, of course, going on is the Invaders from Beyond, and that goes on through the 15th. Also, Minerva's Big Sale, that goes on through the 7th. If y'all didn't know, remember to look for the man in black that's walking around. He has the keys to Dome 8. All you got to do is shoot him, okay? I hope YouTube don't get me for saying that, but we're talking about in a game, YouTube. And then you can talk to him after that. If y'all want to know more about how to handle that, where Dome 8 is, all that, check out our live stream that we did just a couple of days ago. We had a really good time doing the Invaders from Beyond. And I want to hear from y'all if y'all are liking the Invaders from Beyond. I'm really enjoying that. I thought they did a really good job with the event and with the stuff that's in the world. I really do. Let me give you a rundown, however, and I'm not going to be negative. I told you I'm not going to be negative anymore. But I will say this, just a little cheeky. March, for the rest of March, we've got at the end of March, March 24th through 28th, we have the Treasure Hunter event. Then in April, at the end of April, we have Meat Week for 2 weeks in a row. Then in June, we have the next update, which don't look to be much to it. We might get Test Your Metal, I'm not sure. And then June the 21st through July the 5th, which means the end of the month again, we get the Mothman Equinox. So basically, what we have coming through mid-July, we have Treasure Hunter, Meat Week, and Mothman Equinox, okay? And I just ask y'all, is that going to be enough for y'all? That's what we have coming through until we get, again, Test Your Metal and the rest of that stuff. I don't think that's enough, but that's what's coming. That's all stuff we've had before. Jedi Dweller says, hey, Renrut. It was good to have you on the stream, by the way, the other night. We really enjoyed that. I would love Fallout comics. Imagine the funny, tragic short stories, the little Mr. Handy that could, and nice, helpful Assaultron. That would be nice. Celebrity Tribute says, what's the thoughts on the Pit? Heard it's another daily ops. I haven't played for ages. I need to get back into it again. I've barely played anything lately. It kind of, from what we're learning, yes, they're going to be timed, but they're going to be much more intensive, much deeper than the daily ops. But it's not going to be an open area of exploring. It's not going to be but I'm hoping, okay, again, we don't know. Nobody really knows. I'm hoping it's going to be a more story-based mission. And what it is there's missions that you go to different places, kind of like the daily ops. But again, I hope they're more story-based missions, okay? Again, they are timed, but there's actually going to be a pause on during these. So it's going to take longer to do them. It's not like the daily ops where it's done in 5 minutes or you're trying to do it, in a certain time to get a certain reward. This is a longer drawn out thing that it sounds like. So I'm hoping it's more story driven. It sounds like it's more story driven. As long as they put more into it like that, as long as it's like this seasonal event that they've done with the aliens and it's not that much, but with what they've brought to the world, the random encounters, the Dome 8, the mysterious guy that walks around, the Man in Black, just that much makes this one event makes it feel so much fuller. If it was just the event that was popping off every hour, I think I would be much more disappointed. I'm really excited with the aliens because it feels like, there's something going on everywhere. Wherever I go, I might, find something new and something interesting, something different. So you can make something. I don't mind if it's daily op-esque as long as they do it in an interesting and nice way, if that makes sense. James says the last two events, Invaders and the Mothman, have been really good. I like the spooky themed events. I agree, James. I do. I wished the Mothman, they would have done a little bit more to the world like they did with the aliens. A little quest along with it. I love the dome, finding the dome and the guy in the dome. And by the way, not going to ruin it for you, but I will ask when you get to the dome, do you think the guy's an alien? That's all I want to know. Y'all watch my live stream. I'll tell you what I think in the live stream, but do you think the guy you talked to in the dome is an alien? Rick Games now says, as long as the Pit is taking, it should be a standalone game. Oh, as long as it's taking. Yeah, absolutely. He also says, I like the Invaders event. It's really fast paced. I do too. Jedi Dweller says, does the Brotherhood of Steel mention the event? I think they would, seeing aliens and motherships everywhere. I have not gone by Atlas to see if they say anything. That's a neat question. That would be a very good question. And seeing that they are at Atlas, which does look into space, that's an excellent question. Has anybody else gone and talked to the Brotherhood during this week, during the invaders, to see if they say anything about them. That would be interesting to see. I would like to know if Bethesda thought about that. That's wonderful to know. Really quick, again, not to be negative, not to dwell, but do y'all think from now until July, mid-July, having Meat Week, the Treasure Hunter, and Mothman Equinox, is that enough for the game? And I will say this, for newer players, I think that's great. Of course, I think the game itself is wonderful. And again, I'm going to remind myself how good this game is and try to be here for the newer players. I'm talking about those that have been around since beta. And maybe that's how we should look at it, you know. But do y'all think that's enough for everyone? For newer players, I do think it's enough. For those that have been around since beta, I think we were hoping for more. We're waiting for something new. Search says no, but I'm a spoiled brat. Yeah, I think we are. We are. I know that. No, we always want more. We always want more. Another thing I want to talk about, and again, I'm going to get to y'all's questions. I cannot believe we're already 30 minutes into the podcast. It's always coming up. Everybody's always talking about it. I'm always getting messages about it. And we have talked about it a little bit before, but normally we talk about it on a live stream. So I thought I would bring it up during the podcast while we're talking about Fallout 76. Let's talk about legacy weapons for just a minute. I want to say this right off the bat. If there's for anything that is duped or cheated, I'm against it. I'm against everything duped, glitched, and cheated in the game. I don't like it. That's just me. I don't like those at all. But when I talk about legacy, I'm talking about those that were gotten legitimately in the game early on that Bethesda no longer makes, that no longer provides. There is a debate on whether they're good for the game, or whether they should stay in the game. And I want to know y'all's opinion on them. And I'm going to give y'all my opinion on them. I've given them, again, on the live stream before. But I'll give you a quick rundown of my opinion very quickly. Some say that they're just way overpowered and they ruin the game. Well, I will say this. Number one, that I believe it is duped weapons that run the game, not things that were gotten legitimately. I think if we got rid of all the duped weapons, I think things would be a lot better. As far as running the game, and some say, well, it's unfair. I was having this conversation with somebody on Twitter. This guy told me, well, it's just unfair. You know, I can't get one. And I finally said, you know, life's unfair. and I didn't mean to be, I wasn't trying to be a jerk or anything, but it's really true. Life is not fair. But for those that were around early on in the game, would it be unfair to take something away from them that they earned legitimately? It would be like you were around when an outfit came out, and that outfit is no longer given in the atomic shop or no longer in the game. Well, that's unfair. I can't get it anymore. Well, you weren't playing then. If you were playing then, you could have gotten it. You know, it's not that you didn't have the same chances. We all had the same chances. As far as them running the game, this is not a PvP based game. It's certainly, they're not allowed. We're not talking about nuclear winter. It's gone. I do understand what people are talking about when they go to like events or something like that. But y'all, if you get your build right at a certain point, you can pretty much do the same or close to the same amount of damage. I mean, once you get to a certain amount of damage, it really doesn't matter how much more damage you're doing. Does that make sense? I mean, if you're killing them, you're killing them. Once you get your build right, you can basically, unless it's a major enemy, you can one or two shot them. So, if you have a good gun, even if it's not a legacy. So, I don't know. I say they're fair. Now, I would say this: people that have one that might be overpowered, kind of like my laser gun. If you go on a public server during an event, don't just sit there and try to shoot everything. If I'm on a public event, I either try to use something else while I'm there. I use mine on my private server. I either will shoot every once in a while, or I'll shoot without my VATS, or I'll shoot a different weapon. There's ways to be fair with it. Being a jerk is being a jerk. Does that make sense? But taking weapons away, I don't think that's taking weapons that were given legitimately in the game or earned legitimately in the game. That's not fair either. So if you want to talk about fair, but I wanted to get y'all's opinion. That's mine. Throw it out there. I believe that duped weapons, if Bethesda could somehow take those out of the game, I think that would solve a lot of problems, leaving the ones that were earned properly in the game, and the people that have them be mature enough not to take all the enemies away. So give everybody else a chance. Okay, let me see some of the things that y'all say. Jedi Dweller says it's a legacy feature. People complain for what they can't have. Absolutely. Again, it would be the same thing with an outfit or whatever. Cirque said where Bethesda messed up was not making legacies non-transferable and untradeable. That's a good point. Kane says the game should be hard. Weapons should not be able to do so much damage. I think it would be a lot more fun to have to try to survive a lot more against enemies. That's very true. And that's one thing I love about Fallout 76. Fallout 76 is one of the hardest Fallout games, which people get frustrated at it. You might not want to admit that, but the enemies are very hard in Fallout 76. Of course, there's no easy to hard measure to put it on. I mean, you get in the game and it's set on what it's set on, but it's all based on your build. And I have said this more than once. Hey, Dr. Demento, good to see you. More important than the gun. You can give me any gun you want to give me. What's more important than the weapon is your build. It's what you do with your perks and your mutations. If you do not have your perks and mutations right, I don't care if you have the best legacy weapon there is. It's not going to do anything for you. It's just not going to do anything for you. Hey, Kelly, good to see you too. I love my Gauss minigun. It's not a legacy, but it doesn't have to be. There again, yes. I have weapons on my. The only legacy I have is on my main character. All my other characters, I don't have legacy weapons, and I'm fine with them characters just like I am my main one. And so, but I just wanted to give y'all's opinion because that is something going around. Boy, we have covered a lot today. Again, I want to remind y'all about Discord. If you're not a member of our Discord, please go down in the link in the description below and click on that and become a member of the KingFanMan Discord. You'll find a lot of very cool people there. And remember, if you are a member of the Discord, use it during the week to talk about Fallout 76. If you have questions about the game, Discord is only as good as much as you use it. So use that Discord. There is Gizmo First. What's going on? He says, getting 2 times damage on my plasma caster and no legacy. There you go. Wow, Unicorn Girl, bless your heart. Hi, King. Good to see you on. Thanks for the last Alien video. And it's a $50 super chat. I'm going to cry. Thank you so much. That is amazing. Bless your soul. I don't have Walter here to say something inspirational to you, which we normally do, but that is amazing. Thank you so much. Y'all do not know how much y'all's support means to me and my family. Y'all do amazing, and that is awesome. We really enjoyed that live stream. And by the way, if you haven't checked out the Alien live stream, and if you have any questions, and there's a lot of tips there, by the way, for the Alien event, for the Man in Black, for Dome 8, for all that stuff. So if you have any questions about that stuff, go there and watch that live stream. Or, of course, you can ask me today, and we can talk about it today. Thank you, Unicorn Girl, very much. That's awesome. When somebody does that much, I just want to sit here and stop for a minute and give you a lot of attention. But that's amazing. Oh, Todd. Well, hey, Todd, Unicorn Girl. It says Unicorn Girl. Thank you, Todd. I didn't know the name Unicorn Girl, but hey, Todd. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate that. Todd is an awesome supporter. You give me a lot of support, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Todd. How you been, man? I hadn't seen you in a while. Jedi Dweller says, Yo, King, just imagine New Vegas 2, more of the King's faction. Oh, man. Can we actually go back to the King's corner? That would be amazing. That would be amazing to go back to the real King's corner in Fallout New Vegas and see the King and see Rex. Wasn't Rex the dog, the robot dog? That would be amazing. What the heck happened to my name? I don't know. Did you? Because it's your account. I mean, you're a moderator here. Look at that. I don't know. I saw that when you were a moderator, and I was like, "Who is Unicorn Girl?" I don't know. Your kids happened. Again, with Todd doing that, I want to say I said it right at the start of the podcast, but those of y'all that are Patreons or those that give super chat from time to time, y'all don't know how much y'all mean to me, and y'all don't know how much I depend on y'all. Wow. My wife is she has started real estate now to supplement me because since I have lupus and can't work like I used to, but she's doing great, by the way, too. Just getting started, but doing great. She had sold a house. I'm gonna tell a real personal story real quick, and then I'll get them. But she had sold a house, and it was supposed to close last week, and we were coming right down. I mean, we were down waiting for that money and that house closing, and the very day it was supposed to close, they backed out on it. And I mean, we were down to nothing, and it closed. And that day, was it the Patreon money that came in? Yeah, my Patreon money came in, and it was enough to keep us from sinking. And it's just like, God always provides, and y'all, and He's doing it through y'all. And I just, again, thank y'all. I could talk y'all up a lot, but I don't want to take up the podcast. So thank y'all. Kane says, looks like the aliens took control of your account, Todd. I think from now on, Todd is Unicorn Girl. I like the name change. Todd is Unicorn Girl. I love it. I absolutely love it. Goodness gracious. Here we are. We're down to the last 15 minutes of the podcast. You know what that means? That means it is free for all, whatever y'all want to talk about. I've given y'all the news that I want to cover today. So now anything that y'all want to throw at me, any questions, discussion, comments, it is free for y'all to give. If y'all want to go back to something we've already talked about today, or if y'all want to talk about something new, you can. If it's Bethesda, if it's gaming, or if it's something else that I know, kind of like Elvis or anything, just let me know. As long as it's not Arkansas Razorbacks. We lost today. Dadgummit, I'm feeling a little down. It's all right. We're still doing good. But anything you want to talk about, you just throw it up there and we'll talk. Celebrity Tribute says Queen will do great. Very bubbly personality. Yes, she is. She will do well as she gets more experience. She is doing great. She's very outgoing and good. I'm not the salesman type, but she's doing very good. True Flat says just because it's tough sometimes doesn't mean it won't be okay. Amen. I agree with that 100%. Gizmo, yes, server 76. Yes, by the way, server 76, if y'all and I know some of y'all, a lot of y'all know a lot about server 76, some of y'all don't know anything about it. Me and Gizmo did a video about server 76, which is the project that is trying to bring back nuclear winter, survival mode, even some of the old cut content from Fallout 76. And this is really cool. Gizmo, what is the date that they're going to actually have the first? We're going to actually do a live stream actually on server 76 because we're actually going to have a beta test. Remind me. I've got it written down somewhere, but I don't have it in front of me. It's coming very soon, but he'll tell me in just a minute. April 23rd. So y'all watch for that. We're actually going to be live streaming. I'll be live streaming right here on this channel on server 76. So we're going to be doing a nuclear winter match. Yes, we're going to be playing nuclear winter again right here, and we're going to be doing it through server 76. If you want to know more about that, please check out. And once this video processes, and I'll put it a link in the description of the video me and Gizmo did. But you can find it in my catalog very recently, server 76. And also Gizmo is going to be on the KingCast very soon. He's going to join me one Saturday very, very soon. Right, Gizmo? You're going to be here, right? And we will talk about server 76 because it was just last Saturday, right following the KingCast, me and him actually did a interview with some of the developers of server 76. So that was really cool. You can find that on his channel. That was very, very exciting. Gizmo says stress testing a live server, 52 players. That sounds awesome. Todd, excuse me, Unicorn Girls. Unicorn Girl asks, "Are you covering Starfield when it comes out?" Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I plan on covering it. I'm not going to stop covering Fallout 76. This is my philosophy with this channel. My channel is a Bethesda channel. That means I cover all of Bethesda. Now, I will cover gaming in general a little, but what I focus on is Bethesda Game Studios. Okay, it's kind of like a target. You think of my channel like a target. The bullseye is Bethesda Game Studios. The very middle of my channel, the very middle of that bullseye is the current BGS game. Okay, so when Starfield hits as the current BGS game, that's what I'm going to be covering. If Fallout 76 is still going, which we all hope it is, both of those are going to be the current game. So both of those will be that bullseye. Okay, then you go out to the next ring of the bullseye, and it will be anything else BGS, anything else Bethesda, anything else gaming. So that's kind of how I do my channel. And then even out there, Elvis, whatever. But yeah, the current BGS game is what I focus on the most on the channel because that's where my passion is. But yes, I plan on covering Starfield. I will be live streaming it. I will be giving tips videos. I will be doing all that. But I will not, I will not leave Fallout 76, okay? Let's see. Kane says, I think we will hear about that at E3. Oh, what did Timmer say? Thoughts on Hero Dice by Tango Gameworks. Yes, we will absolutely be hearing about that. No, you're fine. Thank you, Kelly. I'm going to get to you in just a second. We will be hearing more about that probably a little bit before E3, but definitely be hearing about that come E3. I'm sorry. I don't have much on it today. I will try to get you more info on that next Saturday if y'all don't mind. But I will look into it more. I know very, very little on it. You probably know more than I do on it. In fact, I looked at that a little bit today. My page was full, and I thought we'll look at that next week. So, Kelly, thank you for the super chat. That is amazing, amazing. $20, and that is. I was going to say, I think it's a bear or a cat. It's some kind of animal saying number one. Thank you so much. That is amazing. Y'all are awesome. My wife's gonna love me again. I get to tell her I made a little bit of money. She's not the only one making money, so I get to tell her I made some money. There's Todd back. There's Todd back. Oh, I was hoping I didn't have to remember another name, Todd. That's great. Timmer, there's also, and I don't know if you know about this, what studio? There is a studio that's making a mobile game that's only Japan. Is that's not Tango, is it? Hold on. It's a Bethesda studio that's making a mobile game. I think it's Tango. I think it is Tango. That's only Japan. Is that it? Anyway, I also saw that as well, and I thought about bringing that up. And I thought, yeah, Tango GameWorks. Yeah, that was another thing as well. So there's a lot out there. There's a lot in the news, and again, I try to narrow it down so we can look at all that. And that is the hero dice. Okay. That's I briefly looked at it. I don't know that much about it, honestly. I've got a printout on it because I actually, like I said, I was looking at it today. It looks really cool. Hero Dice is a new gotcha game from Bethesda's parent company and Tango GameWorks. It's going to be published by ZeniMax Asia. Gameplay looks simple. You roll the dice, you move your heroes around, and somehow deal damage depending on where you're positioned. It's the perfect combination of simple gameplay, luck, outcomes, and collectible cards, heroes to amplify your playstyle. I am looking just right now. This is what I had pulled up. I am on. Goodness, I can't even pronounce this. It's on a Japanese news website, is what I had it pulled up on. That's why I didn't do it today. Yeah, that's why I didn't bring it up, because it was Japanese only. So that's all I know about it. I'm going to have to look into it more. Do you know anything more about it, Timmer? Is there anything more that you can tell us about it? When I saw that, what I thought about was Fallout Shelter 2. Y'all remember that Fallout Shelter 2 came out in Japan only. And it looked really cool. If y'all don't know anything about Fallout Shelter 2, y'all look that up. Hopefully we'll actually get a Fallout Shelter 2. There's been rumors of that anyway. But the Japanese Fallout Shelter 2 really, really looks cool. Don't know why they never released it in America, because Fallout Shelter did so well for Bethesda. I don't know why they didn't. Yeah, Fallout Shelter Online. Oh, China. Okay. I knew. Hey, in Arkansas, it's over there somewhere. Oh, me. 5-6 more minutes, guys. Is there anything more y'all want to talk about? Thank y'all for that. I'm sorry I didn't know more about that. I should be more prepared. I've been very, very busy this week taking care of mom. Again, I didn't tell y'all also, thank y'all for the thoughts and prayers for my mom. Thank y'all so very much. We're back at her house. She's still not doing good though. I really would appreciate the prayers for her. Y'all continue to do that. I've gotten a lot of messages so much, and y'all are so nice. Just keep them coming, okay? She certainly needs them, and I need them too. I'm kind of like the blind leading the blind around here. I'm sick, and I'm with lupus trying to take care of her. So we kind of both need your prayers. Do y'all have anything else? If y'all don't have anything else, I'm gonna end the cast early. Y'all ain't gonna make me end early, are you? Todd says Queen gonna kill real estate. Hope your mom's doing better. Thank you. Yeah, she's Queen's a talker. She's good. Have a great day. Look after your mom. Thank you. Well, I hope y'all have a fabulous rest of the weekend. I've had a great Saturday. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Todd, for the super chats. Y'all are amazing. Y'all don't know how much those mean. That's awesome. Elden Ring. I was hoping nobody would ask me about that, Jedi Dweller. Number one, Elden Ring has crushed it. It has crushed it. Metacritic, all the critics. In fact, it's been the best rollout since Red Dead Redemption 2. I've got all the stats on it. Didn't know if anybody would be interested in that, but it has done amazing. As far as me playing it, no, because I'm not a Souls fan. I would get whooped like a little pup if I tried to play Dark Souls. But it looks amazing. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous game. I know it's a little bit. It can play easier than Dark Souls. I know you can play it a little bit easier than Dark Souls. But yeah, it looks amazing. Dawn says, "What's the best way to grow carrots? Is that in real life or in in Fallout? If it's in real life, you probably don't want my advice." Timber says the source for the real-time strategy game was the one who leaked the Activision Blizzard deal. Yes. Zach. Is it Zach or Zeke? Zach. Man, I know his name and I don't blank. It's Zach or Zeke. Yes. So he's very, very good leak. Yeah. But that one again, we could have done a whole podcast because the Wormwood leak is really all over the place. I really believe there's more to that Wormwood than just the real-time strategy game. I'm with what Jeremy said. I think there's more to that. I think that may involve the Fallout spinoff as well. I'm hoping what it is a Fallout real-time strategy game, which would be so amazing to me. I love real-time strategy games. I don't know if y'all have it, Nick. Okay. I don't know if y'all have ever played Empire Earth. Age of Empires is great. There's a bunch of them out there, but it's an old game that came out probably in the 90s, I'm guessing. But it's the first one. Empire Earth. Sierra is the company. They're out of business now, but Sierra is the company that made it. If you ever find one, and I think it was PC only, but if you ever find at a carport sale or a flea market or something, or maybe stuck back behind something at Walmart, Empire Earth, get it and play it. You can get a converter on your computer that will actually play them now. It is an amazing game. Okay. I have spent so many hours in that game. I probably have more hours in that game, believe it or not, than Skyrim and Fallout combined. Yeah. It's wild. It's wild. The time it's 5:30. It's 5:30, Kelly. Yeah, Civilization is a good one too. Civilization is great. I love Civilization. I love Age of Empires, all those, but Empire Earth was always my favorite. Empire Earth 2 was not near as good, but Empire Earth was really good. But anyway, with that said, would it not be great if they did a Fallout real-time strategy game? So you have all the man that just and if it came out in connection with, again, a Fallout spinoff in connection with the Fallout TV show, that's what I'm going to leave you with. Man, that would be a triple play right there. That would be amazing. Yep, I'm all in too, Gizmo. Y'all have a great rest of the weekend. If the Lord gives us tomorrow, have a blessed Sunday. Thank y'all for making my day fabulous. Y'all always make my Saturday fabulous. Y'all are the best subscribers on YouTube. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Remember to hit that like before you leave. Bye, everybody. I am the KingFanMan. Bye, y'all.